Printboard leveling is the single most important process in 3D printing. It enables a high-quality, stress-free printing experience. Please take some time to fully understand this process and submit it to memory. Today, we will be working with the yellow Z-axis lock, the black Z-axis knob, the black Z-axis limit screw, the Z-axis limit switch, and the 3 red printboard leveling screws. You will also need a standard business card of normal thickness. Be sure to do this when the hot end is completely cooled down. Disengage the black Z-axis limit screw by turning it counterclockwise. Fully tighten all 3 of the red printboard leveling screws by turning them clockwise. Then loosen each of them one full turn by turning them counterclockwise. Center the hot end over the printboard and place a standard business card of normal thickness in the center of the printboard. Then, raise the printboard manually until the hot end gently touches the business card. You should just barely feel a slight resistance when sliding the business card between the hot end and the printboard. Tighten the yellow Z-axis lock by turning it clockwise. Start by adjusting the printboard along the Y-axis, or front to back. There are 2 red printboard leveling screws for the Y-axis. When looking up from under the printboard, turning either of the 2 Y-axis red thumb screws clockwise will lower the printboard away from the hot end at the same location as the red thumb screw you are turning. Turning either of the 2 Y-axis red thumb screws counterclockwise will raise the printboard closer to the hot end at the same location as the red thumb screw you are turning. Find the lower end of the printboard along the Y-axis by moving the hot end front to back. Adjust the red printboard leveling screw at the lower end of the printboard until the hot end gently touches the business card. Then move the hot end to the other end of the printboard Y-axis and adjust the red printboard leveling screw until the hot end gently touches the business card. Check both ends of the printboard along the Y-axis again to make sure that the adjustment from one end did not affect the other. To adjust the printboard along the X-axis, or side to side, start by moving the hot end to the center of the printboard. There is only one red printboard leveling screw to adjust the X-axis of the printboard. When looking up from under the printboard, turning the one and only X-axis red thumb screw clockwise will lower the right side of the printboard and raise the left side of the printboard in a seesaw motion. Turning the one and only X-axis red thumb screw counterclockwise will raise the right side of the printboard and lower the left side of the printboard in a seesaw motion. So if the hot end is too far away or too close to the printboard, you may not be able to adjust completely. If that is the case, unlock the yellow Z-axis lock and raise the printboard until the hot end gently touches the business card in the center of the printboard. Then, relock the yellow Z-axis lock while holding the black Z-axis knob so the printboard does not drop. Find the lower side of the printboard along the X-axis by moving the hot end side to side. Adjust the red printboard leveling screw until the hot end gently touches the business card. Move the hot end to the other side of the printboard and check the gap with the business card. Adjust the red printboard leveling screw if necessary. Check the gap between the printboard and the hot end at multiple locations on the printboard to make sure it is consistent. Now center the hot end on the printboard. Tighten the black Z-axis limit screw by turning it clockwise until you hear the activating click of the Z-axis limit switch. Unlock the yellow Z-axis lock by turning it counterclockwise and lower the printboard a few inches. On the LCD display, press the selection wheel to enter the menu. Then select and click Prepare. Then select and click Auto Home. The motors will all go to their home positions. Lock the yellow Z-axis lock by turning it clockwise. On the LCD display, press the select wheel to enter the menu. Then select and click Prepare. Then select and click Disable Steppers. This will release the motors so they can move freely. Move the hot end over the center of the printboard and check the gap between the hot end and the printboard with a standard business card. You should just barely feel a slight resistance when sliding the business card between the hot end and the printboard, but make sure the hot end is not actually touching the printboard. If the hot end is too far away from the printboard, then turn the black Z-axis limit screw counterclockwise half of a turn. If the hot end is too close to the printboard, then turn the black Z-axis limit screw clockwise half of a turn. After any adjustment to the black Z-axis limit screw, restart the Z-axis calibration process and continue until the gap is properly adjusted. Once the gap is properly adjusted at the center of the print board, position the hot end at each of the 4 corners of the print board and check the gap at those locations. If the gap is unacceptable, please review this video in its entirety and restart the print board leveling process from the very beginning. Typically, this will not need adjustment if the part removal process is done correctly and the red print board leveling screws have not been tampered with. Once the gap is properly adjusted in the center and the 4 corners of the print board, double check your work by performing the Z-axis calibration process again. When you are satisfied, unlock the yellow Z-axis lock and it is safe to print.